And yes, as I say, it's showtime. We're live on all other channels now, which is fantastic. And I just put ours live on um, our Instagram channel as well. That's usually about 2 or 3 minutes behind before it actually goes live. That's just the way Instagram is set up. So Instagram is now live. I'm putting the Instagram live as well. And we should be live on everything now. And are we live? Yes, we're live all over the world. All over the world. So good morning, folks. So one thing I want to talk to you about this morning is, and I've said it to a lot of people over since we started doing this show on January the 6th was our first show on this channel. So we've done a lot of shows since January the 6th, a lot of shows. One of the things I wanted to highlight again was, and people have asked me this, in one of the shows I did talk about goals and setting goals and sitting down and doing for 11 minutes, writing out as many goals as you can. And this is not my system, this is Jack Black's system from Mindstore. And then breaking that down to seven goals. But there's 2 goals you must have, which I think is very important. 2 goals everyone must have. One is a super goal, and one is your stretch goal. But let's talk about the super goal at the moment. The super goal is very simple, especially now it's Friday. You can probably do this yourself. Your super goal is something that you want to get this year, something that you want to happen this year. But there's no point in thinking about it every morning on the train or in the car or on the bike or on the bus, wherever how you get to work, hoping this will happen. There's no point doing that. For a super goal to work, and it does work, I'm telling you now, it does work, and it has worked for me. For a super goal to work, you need to, first of all, write it down and be very clear what your super goal is for the year. And keep it to yourself. It's your super goal. It's no one else. There's no point going around telling people, yeah, I like a new job, I like a new car, I like a new house. Keep this super goal to yourself. But write it down. Write down your super goal. And be very clear on what your super goal is for the year. And by that I mean, flush it out, write it down, explain exactly what will happen to you when you achieve your super goal, not if, when you achieve that super goal. So write it down very clearly. It could be a page, could be a page and a half, but write it down, because it's very important that you get on paper the reasons why you want this super goal. And it could be that will make you happier. It could be that it will change your life. It could be maybe you're going to find a partner, get a new house, get a new job, so pay off a debt. It could be anything. But write it down and explain why the super goal has changed your life as if you've achieved it. That's very important. So write the whole thing down and explain, as if explaining to a stranger, why things have changed since you've achieved your super goal. So write it down. And what I would recommend is you rewrite it every week or every 2 weeks. Right? That's important. But when you write it down, read it at least once every morning, just for a few minutes. Just have a read through while you're having your morning coffee or your morning breakfast. Just read through the whole thing. To keep reminding yourself of why this is going to happen, of why this super goal is going to happen. And the other thing you can do, which makes it even better for a super goal, is maybe write down 6 or 7 small action points that you need to take over the next month or 2 months to help you achieve that goal. So if you're looking for a new house, maybe that's your super goal. But then maybe you're going to look on different websites for houses. Maybe you're going to see about improving your wages so you get a bigger mortgage. Maybe you're going to see about cleaning up your own house, painting the doors, painting the ceilings, painting the walls to make it look better when someone comes to buy your house off you so you can move into your dream house. But write down a few action points that you believe will help you get you to your super goal. Now, the other goal, if you don't want to have your 7 goals like I suggested, one of my videos going back a while. The other goal you should have is your stretch goal. The stretch goal is something that's going to happen in the short term, something that's going to drive you every day, something that's going to make you want to get up and make something happen. I have a stretch goal at the moment. I have a new stretch goal. And it is something that I'm working on at the moment. And it's something that drives you every morning to do something different. So this stretch goal is something that you hope to achieve within maybe 3 to 6 month time period. And it's something that's going to change you as an individual. But this is something you're actively working on every day. So you'll have your 1 or 2 action points for this week that you're going to get them done to make your stretch point or your stretch goal work. Remember, your super goal is something you want to happen within the year. Within the year is your super goal. So you're hoping that within the year that you're going to achieve your super goal. But the stretch goal is a more short-term goal. It could be over a month. I recommend over 3 months or 6 months. Something that's going to change you. And maybe something will work. Maybe your stretch goal is you're going to get a promotion within 3 to 6 months. In order to get that promotion, you're going to start doing some extra training courses. And remember, your stretch goal is a smaller goal. Your super goal is something that will completely and utterly change where you are in life. With a stretch goal, it's something that moves you along, but will make you jump 3 or 4 steps. Where a super goal will make you jump maybe 100 steps. You're now at the top of the ladder. So your stretch goal, as I said, it could be a promotion, getting a certain promotion. It could be finishing a project. It could be writing a book. It could be finishing the book that you started. It could be going to the gym. That within the next 3 months you're going to be extremely fit. But have a stretch goal, because a stretch goal is a daily thing that you're working on. And so someone just said, my stretch goal will be to look after myself, believe in myself, I can do it. Yes. So the question for you, May, is how are you going to achieve that stretch goal? How are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to do some courses? Are you going to do some maybe mindfulness courses, or are you going to do some positiveness courses? Are you going to find some courses online that will help you believe in yourself and do better? And what will make you believe in yourself? Is it getting that promotion? Is it going into a room of strangers and talking to people? So that's the question for you, May. What as a stretch goal, what will make it happen? Getting out and meeting people and join something. Yes, that for a lot of people, just getting out, May, is a huge stretch. Even going out to a new club or a new running club or a new cycle club or a new bridge club, a new chess club, whatever. A lot of people, it takes a lot for them to actually get out there. And when anyone who's listening on YouTube and Instagram, I'm actually talking to May on TikTok at the moment. She said part of her stretch goal is she's going to get out and meet people. She doesn't have confidence. And May, the only way you're going to get confidence is actually getting into groups of people, maybe little network events, little events in your own area, maybe coffee mornings. And one of the things, I suffer very badly from anxiety, and one of the things actually works is that when you go into a group of people and you're wondering how you're going to, maybe just 2 or 3 people talking in the group and there's those in the room, and you know you have little groups all over the place, and you're wondering how to break into them groups. One of the simplest ways is just literally going up and force yourself to do this, May. Go up and say, hello, I'm May. Once you go into that group and say hello and introduce yourself, the whole group will open up to bring you in. And then you're part of that little group to have a little chat. That's the way to push your confidence and grow your confidence. And it takes a while. But so May's stretch goal is to be more confident and believe in herself. And that can happen, but you need to be doing things every day to make it happen. It could be listening to videos or listening to YouTube videos. It could be listening to videos like mine, or going onto my Instagram or my YouTube account, which is at Mind's Eye Education, and listen to all the videos we have up there, all the shows we've done, all the podcasts we've done. Or go on to your podcast and just type my name in, Mark Beggs, We've about 40 shows up there about all different things. And I guarantee you're going to find something that will help you, maybe with your confidence, maybe with your business, maybe with your life, maybe with your goals. Guarantee you, you're going to find something out there that will make a difference. Guarantee you. Right? And that's why one of my things I'm doing at the moment is I'm giving away 1 million free copies of my book, The Umbrella Girls and the Three People. So I'm on a mission to give away 1 million of these books free. Another goal is wish to be able to work in home care and not prefer to try. Well, the first step in doing that, maybe you have done it, is to get out there and look at recruitment companies recruiting in that area and start getting your CV together and sending it out there and see what the response is like. Or find there must be someone you know who works in that area and ask them, how do I get into it? How do I break into it? That type of stuff. So it is hard to get into, but if you don't make the first step in getting out there and trying it, you'll never get out there. Also, if you can hit the heart button on the TikTok, more people will look at it. If you keep hitting that heart button, it sends a message out there to the universe. So the two main goals you need to have is your super goal. And your super goal is something that if it happens, it'll be huge. And I won't say if, when it happens, it's going to be huge. It's going to change who you are, where you are, what you're doing. It's going to change everything for you. Your super goal is. And as I say, you've written down your super goal. You've explained to yourself why, that because you've got your super goal and you write it in the future tense as if it's happened, what difference it has made you. Has it made you happier? Has it made you more comfortable? Has it made you confident about yourself? Are you in a new neighborhood and you feel so much happier? Are you now able to walk down to the beach every morning and go for a swim? What has your super goal changed for you? Have you started your own business? Do you now employ people? Like, what is a super goal, and how, by achieving it, how has it changed you, and what are all the positive things that happened because of that super goal? And your stretch goal, I said, it's something you're going to do over maybe 3 or 6 months. And May, who's on here, the stretch goal, to make yourself more confident, that's a goal that can be achieved, not easily, but can be achieved in the short term by listening to training videos or podcasts, or by going out to finding little groups like bridge clubs or chess clubs or networking groups, and going out and introduce yourself to give yourself more confidence and to show that you can do it. I may stayed at home for a long time and not leaving the house and being alone by herself. Well, then you need to get out, mate. Like COVID is responsible for a lot of people got so comfortable staying in their own environment. They didn't move out. But the only way to solve that is you need to force yourself to take the first few steps in the morning. Maybe simply going down to the local shops. And then the next day, maybe doing that for a week. And then the following week, maybe it's going to shops that are further away. Maybe get on the bus and going 2 stops and then coming back 2 stops, just to get into the habit of going a little bit of a distance away from your house. So maybe your stretch goal, starting on Monday, is to go down to your local shop, walk around the local shop, and walk back. That could be your stretch goal. The following week, your stretch goal could be you're going to get on the bus and go 2 or 3 or 4 stops, get off, maybe go for a walk around that area, maybe not, maybe get back on the bus and come back home. But you will have been on a bus with other people. Even if you're not talking to people, you're sitting there, you're observing, you're in the company of other people. So that should be your stretch goal. And maybe your third week, your stretch goal is to find a coffee shop and just go down and sit in that coffee shop and listen to people talk, maybe bring the newspaper with you or a novel and sit there and enjoy a cup of coffee. Just push yourself that 1 step further every week. Just that 1 step. Because what happens is when you do the 1 steps, after 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 20 weeks, you've realized I've walked 20 steps. I've walked 100 steps. It's like a little baby who starts to walk, to take the first step, then to take 2, then they're taking 5, then they're running, they're moving. So you need to move on. Amazing, I've worked for everything from my home. I want to work again and meet nice people. Well, you need to get out. Have you, as I said, maybe your stretch goal this week. Get out there to your local shop, walk down to her, walk around there, buy something small and come back. And maybe do that 2 or 3 times next week and then get on the bus and go a few stops to the next lot of shops and walk around. Go into your local coffee shop, maybe in the 3rd week, sit there, read a newspaper. But with stretch goals, you're pushing yourself, you're stretching yourself every week to do something that's outside your comfort zone. And it's easy done because what happened is after 4 or 5 weeks or maybe 2 or 3 months, you look back over your shoulder and you realize how far you've come. Like when I started these on the 6th of January, it took a lot of effort to get up at 6 o'clock every morning, get ready for these, get into the mind space, make sure I have the program worked out on what I was going to say. So it takes a lot to do all this type of stuff. But now when I look back, I've 30 or 40, maybe even 50 shows on my podcast and on my YouTube channel, talking about all types of topics. So I've a load of stuff up there. And I've interviewed some fantastic people because of doing this every morning. I've used my latest interview on YouTube on my podcast is with a film producer who's worked with Dustin Hoffman, Liam Neeson, Clive Owens. He's worked with a massive amount of big stars. And that's now that interview is now up there on my YouTube channel at Mind's Eye Education. Or if you want to go listen to it just as a podcast, just put my name in, Mark Beggs, wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, folks, I'm going to say goodbye to you on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm still going to be on TikTok for a few minutes, and then I'm going to be off that to have my morning coffee. So thanks so much, folks, for joining me. And I will be back live again next Monday. So don't forget, in the meantime, I'm giving away 1 million copies free of my first book, The Umbrella Girls and the 3 People. So just go on to the website, theparagraphchallenge.com, and you can buy it from there free. So it's theparagraphchallenge.com. You just pay for the postage. I can't do anything about the post. The post is free. I'm working on that though. I'm working on getting so you can get the post free. So I am working on that. But especially written for children. So you can get a copy of that book free on our website, theparagraphchallenge.com. So theparagraphchallenge.com, there's 1 million books free if you want to go into Paragraph Challenge on book 1. Right, folks, take care. I'll talk to you all again very soon.